10 Key Points About Orientalism by Edward Said. Definition of Orientalism. Said defines Orientalism as the Western study, depiction and representation of the East, primarily the Middle East, Asia and North Africa, as exotic, primitive and inferior. Colonial context. Orientalism emerged in the context of European colonial expansion, with Western scholars, writers and artists shaping narratives about the Orient to justify imperial domination. Power dynamics. Said emphasizes the power dynamics inherent in Orientalist discourse, where the West asserts dominance over the East by constructing it as the other. Construction of stereotypes. Orientalism perpetuates stereotypes about Eastern peoples and cultures, portraying them as mysterious, irrational, and inherently different from the West. Political implications. Said argues that Orientalist representations serve political agendas, justifying Western intervention and control in the East, while marginalizing Eastern voices and perspectives. Academic discipline. Orientalism is not just a cultural phenomenon, but also an academic discipline characterized by biased scholarship and Eurocentric perspectives. Impact on identity. Said explores how Orientalism shapes both Western and Eastern identities, influencing how people perceive themselves and others in relation to the East-West dichotomy. Critique of knowledge. Production. He critiques the production of knowledge about the East, highlighting how Western scholars often exoticize and essentialize Eastern cultures, erasing their complexity and diversity. Resistance and agency. Despite the dominance of Orientalist discourse, Said acknowledges instances of resistance and agency among Eastern peoples, challenging Western representations and asserting their own narratives. Call for self-reflection. Orientalism calls for self-reflection among Western scholars and intellectuals, urging them to recognize and confront their own biases and assumptions about the East. It advocates for a more nuanced and equitable approach to cross-cultural understanding.